Welcome guys to another PALWORLD video. Today what we're going to be going over is how to get insane late game pals from as early as level 19. And the first thing we are going to be doing is going over to the mountain over here on the west side. When you are hit level 15 and you're wearing at least a tropical outfit so you don't end up dying due to the heat, and you'll find these purple and black striped huge dragon eggs. As you can see, this is what you're going to be looking for, is this huge dragon egg right here. Now I've been flying around for about 15-20 minutes. Don't let that bother you. Obviously there's no point in marking anywhere on the map where these spawn, but as you can see, you're just looking for a purple and black egg, and it can literally spawn anywhere around this island. These are the markings where I've seen like huge eggs spawn in general. I've only actually seen 2 eggs, huge dragon eggs right now, like here and around here and here. Obviously there's no point in putting a marker because the huge eggs don't spawn in the same spot every time. So it seems like all the egg spawns are in different locations, but at the same time, the egg spawn locations for eggs overall are in the same area, but for huge eggs, it's random. So any of the egg spawns around the whole island could possibly be a huge egg, a large egg, or a normal egg. Primarily, most of the eggs on this island are scorching eggs. So you'll find a lot of normal, large, and huge scorching eggs. So if you ever actually see the purple and black striped egg, that is 100% a huge dragon egg. I have not seen any other sized dragon eggs on this island personally. So yeah, anywhere on this island at level 15, grab your Nighthawk, saddle up. And one thing I'd also recommend if you are coming over here is just grab a tropical outfit, which you can end up picking up at level 9. That way then you will not overheat. So what I've done here is ended up putting 2 huge dragon eggs, 2 huge scorching eggs, and 4 large scorching eggs, which I have ended up picking up on my trip, just so we can kind of see what we end up getting from them. We should get 2 Jormuntides from this. So Jormuntide and beautiful. Another Jormuntide. Hopefully they're 2 different sexes. If they're 2 different sexes, then we can start breeding them. If not, I'm sure that there may be a combo where we can just breed them regardless. We get Blaze Howl. And I'm guessing another Blaze Howl. So I've hatched a few huge scorching eggs, and it seems like that it just does Blaze Howls. I wouldn't recommend them. They're only 3 kindling, but they also have 2 woodcutting, which when it comes to kindling, Jormuntide is just the best. So we got a Pirinoct. So you'll find a lot of large scorching eggs over there. A Wixen. Reptiro, that's really good. So obviously if you want to get Reptiros for mining and for kindling on your mining bases and stuff, that will help out because they're 3 kindling and 3 mining, so that'll be really helpful without having to actually go out and catch at level 30, level 40. You got the Wixen there, which is 2 kindling, 3 handiwork, and 2 transporting. But obviously, as you can see, the Jormuntide with 4 kindling, which is like the best kindling pal on the game. So obviously you're not going to be able to end up breeding up until level 19. So there's no need to rush when you get to level 15 to go grab the eggs. But this is something you can do at the same time. With you being a low level as well, beware of the pals inside of the western area because they may aggro you because you're a lot lower level than what they are. But as you can see, level 19 breeding farm, you pick up the huge dragon eggs. They are pretty rare, but within like 20 minutes I found 2, so it isn't the worst thing. And they're beautiful. So if you breed a Jormuntide Ignis and a Tenzi, you're gonna get a huge verdant egg, which ends up being a Petalia. But the thing is with that, if you don't want to waste the cakes, a better thing that you can do realistically is just go fight and catch Petalias at level 28. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to either breed and use a cake to actually make the Petalia, or you can just go boss fight and capture multiple of them. The beautiful thing about Petalia is she's one of the best one of the best planters in the game. Here she is with 3 planting, 2 handiwork, 2 gathering, 2 medicine, and 1 transporting. Now, in my opinion, you're not going to need anything bigger than this, but if you want a better planter than this, if you end up breeding a Petalia with a Masandra, you end up getting a Lylene, which I'll show you right here. So with breeding the Petalia and the Masandra, we end up getting another huge verdant egg, which, as you can see, ends up making the Lylena. Now, the beautiful thing about Lylena is she's got 4 seeding, 3 handiwork, 2 gathering, and 3 medicine. So as you can see, that's OP as hell. And then if you want to then get the best watering pal, what you've got to breed Jormuntide with a Mammorust, which to get the Mammorust, I would recommend with your Lylene that you've just bred to get, breed that with a Quithern, which obviously the Quithern is pretty easy to obtain. If you look up here, you can catch level 23 ones here, which will then make a Mammorust, unless obviously you want to find out a way to cheese the Mammorust, or you could just catch a Mammorust to end up breeding with a Lylene. You will then get a Jormuntide, which, as you can see, when you breed them, you get yet another huge verdant egg, which that huge verdant egg ends up giving Mammorust. Now, hopefully it is a male. We are praying to Jeebus. Massive. Now, with obviously the Mammorust and the Jormuntide Ignis, you can breed them together now, which, as you can see right here, ends up giving us the Jormuntide. Yes, I don't have the best traits. I'm just showing you, obviously, for video reference. But voila, we now have the Jormuntide. Other easier way to get this Jormuntide, which is 4 watering, which is absolutely insane. We're going to swap out the Penking because we no longer need the Penking there for the Jormuntide, so that way then I can just water my plants. But an even better, earlier breed that you can do to get the Jormuntide, the water one, is Relaxosaurus and Quithern. If you guys want to know how I figured out all the different breeds to be able to make these pals this early, you should check out this website, which will show right here, called palpedia.net. We'll zoom in a little bit, where it can show, you can literally have a look at any pals. Say for instance, I want to look up level 4 gathering, the Frostelia Noct. Let's say level 4, it shows the Lylene, which then in turn you click on it, it shows you all the information you need to know, shows you the map spawns, which there shouldn't be any. Yeah, there's, oh, she's up here in the level 40-45 zone. But then if we go back, excuse me, and we look at Lylene again, you can also see what to breed to end up obtaining her. As you see, the Petalia and the Masandra, then the Lylene into the Lylene. And that's the beautiful thing about this. You can literally search up any mon. So let's go Jormuntide, Ignis, obviously. The Jormuntide Ignis, you need to get other Jormuntide Ignises to breed with it to end up getting more Jormuntide Ignises. And then obviously with the water Jormuntide, there is a boss on the map for Jormuntide, but not only that, obviously you can see all these different ones to end up making more Jormuntides. As you can see when you scroll down, you got the Relaxosaurus and Quitherns, which are both level 20 to 30, which is very early in the game that you can obtain that. So also, if you want to find all the information of locations of anything on the map in the game, if you go to mapgenie.io, I'll leave the link down in the description. You click hide all on this, you can literally find where all the dungeons are, all the sealed realms are, all the fast travels, all the points of interest, all the merchants, all the PAL merchants, all the lift monk effigies, so you don't have to just fly around aimlessly looking for them, all the memos if you're interested in them, all the egg locations. Unfortunately, it doesn't give you specifics on what size eggs they are, which is why I feel like it's just like whether it's a small, large, or huge egg is just random. It shows you where all the skill fruit trees are, So you can just fly around each of them, all the treasure chests, which are everywhere, all the alpha pearls, you know, etc. Like mining sites, and what are in the mining sites, like 8 sulfur, 1 ore, and as you can see, the one that everyone loves, the 8 ore, 5 coal. But there are a few different locations which you can end up having a look around at to find anything that you want in the game. Once again, I will leave the link down in the description for this website and for Palpedia. Thank you everyone for stopping by. If anybody has any other questions or wants to see any other information in other videos about Palworld, let me know down in the comments down below. Hit that love button to let me know that you've enjoyed it. Have a beautiful day, evening, night. Peace.